Sullivan, Jewett, Rubaiyats made realistic Austin P. Tawney.
The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam Sullivan colorized.
Awake, for morning in the bowl of night has flung the stone that puts the stars to flight. And lo, the hunter of the east has caught the Sultan's turret in a noose of light.
Dreaming when dawn's left hand was in the sky, I heard a voice within the tavern cry, "Awake, my little ones, and fill the cup before life's liquor in its cup be dry."
And as the cock crew, old those who stood before the tavern shouted, "Open then the door. You know how little while we have to stay, and once departed, may return no more."
Now the new year reviving old desires, the thoughtful soul to solitude retires, where the white hand of Moses on the bough puts out, and Jesus from the ground suspires.
Iran indeed is gone with all its rose, and Jamshid's seven-ring cup where no one knows. But still the vine her ancient ruby yields, and still a garden by the water blows.
And David's lips are locked, but in divine high piping Pallavi, with wine, 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 red wine, the nightingale cries to the rose, that sallow cheek of hers tincarnadine.
Come, fill the cup, and in the fire of spring, the winter garment of repentance fling. The bird of time has but a little way to fly, and lo, the bird is on the wing.
And look, 1,000 blossoms with the day woke, and 1,000 scattered into clay. In this first summer month that brings, the rose shall take Jamshid and Kaikobad away.
But come with old Khayyam, and leave the lot of Kaikobad and Kaikosru forgot. Let Rustam cry to battle as he likes, or Hatim Tai cry supper, heed them not.
With me along some strip of herbage strewn, that just divides the desert from the sown, where name of slave and sultan scarce is known, and pity Sultan Mahmud on his throne.
A book of verses underneath the bough, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and thou beside me singing in the wilderness. O wilderness were paradise ere now.
Some for the glories of this world, and some sigh for the prophet's paradise to come. Ah, take the cash, and let the credit go, nor heed the rumble of a distant drum.
Look to the rose that blows about us. Lo, laughing, she says, into the world I blow. At once the silken tassel of my purse tear, and its treasure on the garden throw.
The worldly hope men set their hearts upon turns ashes, or it prospers, and anon like snow upon the desert's dusty face, lighting a little hour or two is gone.
And those who husbanded the golden grain, and those who flung it to the winds like rain, alike to no such aureate earth, are turned as, buried once, men want dug up again.
Think, in this battered caravanserai whose doorways are alternate night and day, how Sultan after Sultan, with his pomp, abode his destined hour, and went his way. They say, the lion and the lizard keep the courts, where Jamshid gloried and drank deep, and Bahram, that great hunter, The wild ass stamps o'er his head, but cannot break his sleep.
I sometimes think that never blows so red the rose as where some buried Caesar bled, that every hyacinth the garden wears dropped in its lap from some once lovely head.
And this delightful herb whose tender green fledges the river's lip on which we lean, lean upon it lightly, for who knows from what once lovely lip it springs unseen.
Ah, my beloved, fill the cup that clears today of past regrets and future fears. Tomorrow? Why, tomorrow I may be myself with yesterday's 7,000 years.
For some we loved, the loveliest and the best, that from his vintage rolling time has pressed, have drunk their cup a round or two before, and one by one crept silently to rest.
And we that now make merry in the room they left, and summer dresses in new bloom, ourselves must lie beneath the couch of earth descend, ourselves to make a couch. For whom?
Ah, make the most of what we yet may spend, before we too into the dust descend. Dust into dust and under dust, to lie sans wine, sans song, sans singer, and sans end.
Alike for those who for today prepare, and those that after some tomorrow stare, a muezzin from the tower of darkness cries, "Fools, your reward is neither here nor there."
Make the most of what we yet may spend before we too into the dust descend. Dust into dust and under dust to lie, sans wine, sans song, sans singer, and sans end.
Alike for those who for today prepare, and those that after some tomorrow stare, a muezzin from the tower of darkness cries, "Fools, your reward is neither here nor there."
Why, all the saints and sages who discussed of the two worlds so learnedly are thrust like foolish prophets forth. Their words to scorn are scattered, and their mouths are stopped with dust.
Oh, come with old Khayyam, and leave the wise to talk. One thing is certain, that life flies. One thing is certain, and the rest is lies. The flower that once has blown forever dies.
Myself, when young, did eagerly frequent doctor and saint, and heard great argument about it and about, but evermore came out by the same door as in I went.
With them the seed of wisdom did I sow, and with my own hand labored it to grow. And this was all the harvest that I reaped. I came like water, and like wind I go.
Into this universe, and why not knowing nor whence, like water willy-nilly flowing, and out of it, as wind along the waste I know not whither, willy-nilly blowing.
What, without asking, hither hurried whence? And without asking, whither hurried hence? Another and another cup to drown the memory of this impertinence.
Up from Earth's center through the seventh gate I rose, and on the throne of Saturn sat, and many knots unraveled by the road, but not the master knot of human fate.
There was a door to which I found no key. There was a veil past which I might not see. Some little talk a while of me and thee there was, and then no more of thee and me.
Then to the rolling heaven itself I cried, asking, what lamp had destiny to guide her little children stumbling in the dark? And, a blind understanding, heaven replied.
Then to the lip of this poor earthen urn I leaned, the secret well of life to learn, and lip to lip it murmured, "While you live, drink, for once dead you never shall return."
I think the vessel that with fugitive articulation answered, "Once did live, and merry make, and the cold lip." I kissed how many kisses might it take, and give.
For in the marketplace, one dusk of day, I watched the potter thumping his wet clay, and with its all-obliterated tongue it murmured, "Gently, brother, gently, pray."
One moment in annihilation's waste, one moment of the well of life to taste. The stars are setting, and the caravan draws to the dawn of nothing. Oh, make haste.
Ah, fill the cup. What boots it to repeat how time is slipping underneath our feet? Unborn tomorrow and dead yesterday, why fret about them if today be sweet?
Then fear not, lest existence closing your account, and mine should make the like no more. The eternal Saki from that bowl has poured millions of bubbles like us, and will pour.
Waste not your hour, nor in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor and dispute. Better be merry with the fruitful grape than sadden after none, or bitter fruit.
You know, my friends, how long since in my house for a new marriage I did make carouse, divorced old barren reason from my bed, and took the daughter of the vine to spouse.
For is and is not, though with rule and line and up and down by logic I define, of all that one should care to fathom, I was never deep in anything but wine.
And lately, by the tavern door Agape came stealing through the dusk an angel shape, bearing a vessel on his shoulder, and he bid me taste of it, and 'twas the grape.
But leave the wise to wrangle, and with me the quarrel of the universe let be. And in some corner of the hubbub couched, make game of that which makes as much of thee.
For in and out, above, about, below, 'tis nothing but a magic shadow show, played in a box whose candle is the sun, round which we phantom figures come and go.
The grape that can, with logic absolute, the 2 and 70 jarring sex confute. The subtle alchemist that in a trice life's leaden metal into gold transmute.
The mighty Mahmud, the victorious lord, that all the misbelieving and black horde of fears and sorrows that infest the soul scatters and slays with his enchanted sword.
But leave the wise to wrangle, and with me the quarrel of the universe let be. And in some corner of the hubbub couched, make game of that which makes as much of thee.
For in and out, above, about, below, 'tis nothing but a magic shadow show, played in a box whose candle is the sun, round which we phantom figures come and go.
And if the wine you drink, the lip you press, end in the nothing, all things end in, yes, then fancy while thou art but what thou shalt be, nothing, thou shalt not be less.
So when the angel of the darker drink, at last shall find you by the river brink, and offering his cup, invite your soul forth to your lips to quaff, you shall not shrink.
'Tis all a checkerboard of nights and days, where destiny with men for pieces plays. Hither and thither moves, and mates and slays, and one by one back in the closet lays.
The ball no question makes of eyes and nose, but right or left, as strikes the player goes. And he that tossed thee down into the field, he knows about it all. He knows, he knows.
The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on, nor all thy piety, nor wit, shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it.
And that inverted bowl we call the sky, where under crawling cooped we live and die. Lift not thy hands to it for help, for it rolls impotently on as thou or I.
With earth's first clay they did the last man's need, and then of the last harvest sowed the seed. Yea, the first morning of creation wrote what the last dawn of reckoning shall read.
I tell thee this, when starting from the goal, over the shoulders of the flaming foal of heaven Parwin and Mushtari they flung, in my predestined plot of dust and soul.
Said one among them, surely not in vain my substance from the common earth was ta'en, that he who subtly wrought me into shape should stamp me back to common earth again.
Another said, why ne'er a peevish boy would break the bowl from which he drank in joy? Shall he that made the vessel in pure love and fancy, in an after rage destroy?
O thou who didst with pitfall and with gin beset the road I was to wander in, thou wilt not with predestination round enmesh me, and impute my fall to sin.
O thou who man of baser earth didst make, and who with Eden didst devise the snake, for all the sin wherewith the face of man is blackened, man's forgiveness give and take.
Listen again. One evening at the close of Ramazan, ere the better moon arose, in that old potter's shop I stood alone with the clay population round in rows.
And strange to tell, among that earthen lot some could articulate, while others not. And suddenly one more impatient cried, who is the potter, pray? And who the pot?
The vine had struck a fiber, which about it clings my being. Let the Sufi flout. Of my base metal may be filed a key that shall unlock the door he howls without.
And this I know, whether the one true light kindle to love, or wrath consume me quite, one glimpse of it within the tavern, caught better than in the temple, lost outright.
None answered this, but after silence spake a vessel of a more ungainly make. They sneer at me for leaning all awry. What, did the hand then of the potter shake?
Said one, folks of a surly tapster tell, and daub his visage with the smoke of hell. They talk of some strict testing of us. Pish, he's a good fellow and 'twill all be well.
Then said another with a long-drawn sigh, my clay with long oblivion is gone dry, but fill me with the old familiar juice methinks I might recover by and by.
So, while the vessels one by one were speaking, one spied the little crescent all were seeking, and then they jogged each other, brother, brother, Hark to the porter's shoulder knot a-creaking.
Ah, with the grape my fading life provide, and wash my body whence the life has died, and in a winding sheet of vine leaf wrapped, so bury me by some sweet garden side.
That even my buried ashes such a snare of perfume shall fling up into the air, as not a true believer passing by, but shall be overtaken unaware.